As far as intrusive thoughts goes, the only way that I can describe it is just these thoughts that follow you wherever you go, and it feels like you're being haunted. There's like this voice inside your head that just won't leave you alone, and it feels like you're being imprisoned within your own mind. You could be doing something random like cooking and it'll surface, or maybe you are hanging out with people or family and the thoughts just keep intruding your mind. It just feels like it's so hard to escape. Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Melissa and I help people navigate through their mental health journey. And in this video, I'm going to share with you guys how I am learning to manage my intrusive thoughts. So what are intrusive thoughts, right? Intrusive thoughts are pretty much involuntary and unwanted thoughts that keep surfacing and popping up in your mind. And if it's not managed enough, it can actually lead to obsession in the form of OCD. That's one form of OCD. Lately, I've been, experiencing these intrusive thoughts, and I feel like I've been kind of going through it within the past couple of months. As I've been reading up on this, it's actually normal to have intrusive thoughts, and every single human being actually experiences intrusive thoughts at least once in their lifetime, but they're able to let it go and have the ability to just recognize it, that it's a weird thought, and then just let it go. However, there are a certain amount of people, a small percentage of people, where these unwanted or intrusive thoughts can lead to something more and become obsessive. Because when you have certain thoughts, no matter how irrational it may be, sometimes with me there's certain emotions that accompany it, and every time I'll have these certain thoughts, I'll have a physical sensation. My body would react to it and I would feel fear within my heart, and the more that I feel it and the more that I try to resist it and judge it, the stronger it presents itself in my life. I would just be like, oh my god, why am I having these thoughts? I shouldn't have these thoughts. And the mind can play so many tricks on you, right? And oftentimes I found myself over the past couple of months questioning my reality. But when I realized this, I really had to take some time aside, take a step back and assess where this could be coming from, and just really seeing how the inner narrative, the story that my mind is telling me, does not reflect my physical reality at all. Yeah, that's kind of what I've been dealing with. I think that, maybe there are certain people who are kind of going through this, who might be dealing with this and don't know how to work through it. What I want to share with you guys is some of the things that I've been doing to manage my, intrusive thoughts, so that I can break away from the obsession and not allow the obsession to get in the way of my personal life and my occupational life. I hope that these tips and some of the things that I've been doing and working towards to manage these intrusive thoughts help you guys as well. So the first way that I've been trying to manage this is through meditation. I think that oftentimes when these thoughts surface, it's really easy to get caught up in it, to get pulled away by the train of thoughts and, become consumed or entangled in it. By me meditating, I'm taking the time to sit down and really dig deep and then bring everything up, assess it, confront it, come face to face with it. By doing that and practicing that, because I'm kind of doing this 30-day meditation course on acceptance, I'm trying to work towards a place where I am accepting these thoughts and learning to let it go and not resist it. By consistently doing that and building up the courage, I'm sharpening my ability and my senses to recognize when they do come up, even when I'm not meditating. And I found that just after doing it for maybe a couple of days, it's been kind of helping me. I'm trying to set up a way to journal about it. Like I said, I'll meditate, and then after each meditation session, I'll write out the thoughts that have been surfacing. And this part is a little bit tricky because when I'm closing my eyes, I'm just, constantly dropping the question, what are you resisting? And then just wait for the answers to come up. And then I'll imagine to the right side of my mind a journal, imaginary journal, and I'm writing out verbatim the thoughts that surface so that I can stow it away for when I'm finishing my session. I'll come out and I'll journal. Earlier this morning I was kind of doing that, and I was writing out all of the thoughts, and it's actually pretty scary just looking at some of the things that your mind, your ego is a part of your mind mind, and that's where your worries lie, that's where your anxiety lies, your fears. That's all the ego. And sometimes the ego can get in the way of things and really mess up your perception about your reality. And so that's why it's very important to learn how to discern the false thoughts, the lies that your mind is telling you from what's real. Journaling has been kind of a way for me to work through that, because looking at it like, wow, this is some of the things that my mind is trying to sway me into believing. The only physical representation of what that experience is like is through Lord of the Rings. Gollum, you know how they show both sides of him, the good and the bad side, him being swayed by the evil thoughts and is trying to take over, but the good side of him is trying to fight back and trying to counteract and challenge the thoughts. That's pretty much what I kind of go through in my mind. As I was looking over the thoughts that my mind has been trying to project in my face, I looked at it with honesty and with compassion for myself, and I challenged those thoughts and asked myself, is this true? And if not, why? Why are they not true? What in my physical reality is telling me otherwise about these thoughts? It's kind of like having an argument with yourself, and one side of you says one thing, and then your logical side counteracts it, and you tell yourself why these thoughts aren't true. And after just doing that exercise today, I found like a huge sense of relief from all of these thoughts that I've been having. A certain quote that I read kind of goes a little bit something like this, where the stronger you react to something or a certain stressor in your life in a certain way, the stronger the neurological pathway to that becomes, the harder it will be to break that pattern. In addition to me challenging these thoughts, I kind of say the opposite of it. And so let's say, okay, I can't believe I'm sharing this with you guys, but one persistent thought that's been coming up with me is, and these are certain blockages that I've been going through, is as I'm trying to progress in my career and in my spiritual growth and journey, I keep having certain thoughts that come up, and these thoughts is, if you do this, then you will lose this person in your life. And obviously you don't want to lose the people that you love in your life, and so that's one of the things that holds you back from moving forward. It's been really hard for me to overcome that, but after today, just challenging that and saying the opposite of it, reprogram my subconscious mind by telling myself that if I progress and if I move forward in my career and in my spiritual growth, then I will become closer and I will grow closer to these people in my life. I felt like, okay, maybe I can overcome this. Maybe this is something that doesn't have to be detrimental to my overall mental well-being. And every time I feel like I'm doing well mentally with my mental health, the universe always reminds me with certain things like, no, you don't, because as you move on through life, there will always be certain things that will surface for you to have to confront and address, and this is definitely one of those things. So I hope that by the end of this, I'm able to work towards a place where I can accept these thoughts. And if there's anything that I can leave you guys with today as far as managing OCD, intrusive thoughts, obsessive thoughts, is that, and this is just a reminder for myself as well, is just that anxiety, it's part of living the human experience, and that I accept and understand that this may not be something that will go away. This may just be something that continues to surface every now and then, and there might be certain triggers beyond my awareness that causes them to surface, and I'm okay with that, and that with the practice and tools and the training that I've learned to develop over time, it's actually going to equip me with the ability to work through them in a way where I can manage them with more ease and not allow it to consume me. So that's it. That's all that I have for you guys today. I hope you found value in today's video. Thank you so much for watching. With that being said, I will see you guys in the next video. Peace, much love, and many blessings to you.